sketchy of a crossing right here, but I'm going to check it out. Luckily, I've got this extra hiking stick that one of my viewers gave me, so that's good. It's going to help me. I'll have that in one hand, the camera in the other. Let's go take a look. So Kelly and I are heading over to McGee Creek, and we're gonna do some hiking, but we brought our mountain bikes just in case, and we might do a little riding too today. Should be a good day. We're heading down Highway 395. We're pretty much still in our neighborhood, wouldn't you say, Kelly?
Yes,
area?
we're not very far from home.
No. It's coming in off Highway 395 to McGee Creek. A little campground, a little store there. Really nice little area. Got a RV parking there if you've got an RV. Really nice little place. Close to some good fishing too. Used to have some little animals up there. Or here they are. A little miniature donkey or something that was in here one time. Chickens. No, it must be out somewhere. Oh, there's a little miniature horse or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
And then the road's paved. It's several miles up here. It's not bad. A little bit narrow. You can make it in a car though. If this little two-wheel drive highway truck can make it, your car can make it. Gotta watch my brakes coming down this thing when we come back. It's a pretty big hill though. Look at all the snow still up there. It's almost July, right?
Yep, coming up real soon.
Yeah.
Who knows where they're
There's
going.
Crowley Lake right there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Kind of gotta watch this road because might be somebody coming. No problem. That's got good fishing down there.
Well, I think
Sure enough, I
that's known for
spoke
its
right on. Woo, just made it. It's tight.
It's known for its fishing. I don't know what to get out
Yeah.
of it.
Trout. Trophy trout.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Mono County has got great fishing. Now there's another campground over here. I've never stayed at this one. I think it's too exorbitant. I think it's like something like $30 or something just for a place to pull in. It's like a primitive kind of a campground, and I think that's way overpriced. But if there's nothing else, I guess, you know, you got to go where you can go. Pretty day. Yeah, that's where that campground is, right up here a little ways. There's usually a few people up here, but this is the height of the season right now. Campground I was telling you about right there.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's really expensive. You just basically just have a place to park, you know? I mean, I think they have restrooms and trash cans, but
Yeah, they have an awning. That means a picnic table.
should be free.
Or cheap.
Yeah.
It's more like a $6 a night.
Yeah, not $30. Campground, Inyo National Forest. There's a little horse packing station up here too, I think. I go so many places, sometimes I get them confused. But I think there's a little pack station up here also. Look how pretty it is, everybody.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. there's going to be a lot of wildflowers. We're turning into quite the wildflower experts now. We're seeing so many this year. We both got different books, and we can identify a lot more. There's been so many wildflowers from all the snow and rain. This gravel road's not bad at all. It's well packed. You can make it in the car. Of all the places to horseback, I think I had a really good spot to go horsepacking, you know, compared to a lot of places that you see. I've been up to the high elevations in this trail up in here, and I'll bet you it's all snowed in still, because there was snow when there was no snow down here. Oh, here's a packing station. Kind of cool. Oh, look, they're getting ready to go out on the trail. Yeah. There's the horse packing station by the creek. Getting ready to go on a trail ride. How fun. That is a great summer job, doing that kind of work. Good times. Good times and good memories this summer. You won't forget that trip. McGee Creek Pack Station. That's the parking for the pack station. Yeah, and I was up here a lot earlier in the year because the packing station wasn't even open. And I went way up in there. I could have used snowshoes. It was really bad.
Really?
Yeah, but as a fool, I went way up in there. I saw a couple other guys up in there, but it was about 3 feet of snow in there. Like I said, the road looks rough, but it's not bad at all. You need to make it in your car. And here's the trailhead parking right up here.
So the trailhead is just past the packing station.
Yeah. I actually slept over here one night. Oh yeah, it's cold.
I bet.
It's ice cold. It is ice cold, ice water cold. It's beautiful though, crystal clear. Here's the trail. Lots of wildflowers still up here. So the creek is buried under all that snow and it's flowing underneath it. Here's another area that's prone to avalanches. We've just started the hike, so this is more towards the lower elevations of the creek. Just wanted to show it to you. This is really interesting shot. There's an ice cornice. Okay, if you look at the top of that mountain, we're gonna zoom in and see if we can find that. It's a snow cornice, ice cornice. I'd say it's anywhere from 15 to 20 feet wide, overhanging the side of the mountain. See that right there? It's like icing on a cake, frosting on a cake. That's a pretty big ice cornice. You don't see them quite that big too often. So later on in the summer, often in these spots with the aspen, if you look really close, there will be really pretty columbine in here. This is actually the trail. It's just snow melt. These columbines right here, they're not like the blue ones you see in Colorado. I believe they'll be red. I think I've also seen yellow, but that's the plant. So that's the buds right there. Kellie and I are looking at all the different small wildflowers. It's hard to see them. A lot of them are very small, but they're very colorful. I'll try to zoom in just for a minute so you can kind of see if you can see them too in there. It's just a beautiful day, beautiful valley. In here you can see looking out towards the Owens Valley, and you can see how the creek runs through here. Lots of little birds singing.
And there's millions of the yellow flowers. We decided that they're a little bit different than the mule's ear, something a little different.
We'll have to look them up to make sure we...
Yeah.
I'll zoom in up there. Kellie noticed this snow melt coming from that. See that patch of snow right there? And then look at all the melt coming off of it. It's like its own little waterfall, its own little creek going into the main creek. And just look at all the flowers here, all the yellow ones. Just fields of them. They're so bright. Even some of the drier facing slopes have some snow still on them. There's the high country up in there. It's above the tree line up on that. Sure glad everyone could join us today. It sure is beautiful in here. Here's another place where there was a avalanche snowfield coming down through here, and you can see how it tears these trees up. That's normal.
Okay, Doug is fixing my hiking poles here. I did not know that you needed a tool to open these things up and tighten them. And I thought, no wonder I don't like these things. They keep sliding back. Well, I didn't tighten them enough with the tool. I just tried to hand tighten them, and that's not going to work. So he's tightening them up properly.
got Kelly all squared away, and we've got more of this water to go across the trail up here. That water coming in between the aspen trees is so pretty. This is so much more snow than is normally up here this time of year. Quite a few snowfields to walk through. It's not too deep though. Take a closer look at the rugged beauty that surrounds us. I went up in there last May and almost to the top of the very top of that ridge, almost on this side, and it was such high altitude I was kind of getting a little bit of a headache. I wasn't used to going up that high. I think it was somewhere between, I think it's about 9,500 feet, maybe towards 10,000 up in there. Took all day to get back down. Even though there's still snow on the ground, there's a slight breeze. It's not cold and it's not hot. It's just a perfect hiking weather. It's just beautiful. There's the creek right there. Look at the big ice cornice of snow. So I think where we cross up here, it's about like that, but maybe worse. It's a big ice cornice here, and I'm pretty close to the edge of the creek. I'm gonna kind of tiptoe through here, try to make sure I don't fall through or slide off the bank, which could happen. It could happen. So, take my time, see what we got here. I just thought this was interesting that everyone would want to see this. I think I'm okay. Oh, good, there's some rock right here. I think we're good. Little sketchy spot. I would say that's 10 feet tall. No, maybe 12 feet. See if I can get to the edge of it. Look at that big piece that broke off. I like the blue color in there. It's getting ready to break off a big chunk. And then there's another one there. Like a big slice of cake. So what we have here is a snow bridge. The creek is going underneath this snow bridge. One could walk across it, and I'll bet you if I walked across it, I probably could make it. But you know what? There's always that chance it could break through. And if this breaks through, with that water as cold as it is and rushing as it is, I don't think I'd make it. So we've decided, plus I don't want to put Kelly in any kind of danger, and I don't want to have her dealing with me if I fall in. So we're just going to stop and eat our lunch right here, but we can't get across the creek to get up to where we wanted to go. But that's a pretty big ice bridge too. So we're kind of coming to the end of our hike here. We're not too far away from the parking, but we notice where it opens up here, that the side of the mountain has all these striations on them. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, and look at the horizontal ones too.
Right where the snow is there. And if you look over here, look how rugged that is right in there. It is super steep, and there's snow still melting in there. We noticed earlier there were some smaller trees that looked ancient, and they live up in those places. That's just amazing. But I really like the color stripes on that. This whole mountain is that way. Wouldn't you say this is a beautiful hike for the
Yes,
views
very
and
beautiful.
the wildflowers?
Has lots of wildflowers,
Mhm.
a lot of water. Feet might get a little wet, but it's beautiful. Very beautiful.
Trying to keep the truck off the cliff here. That's a beautiful view. Lake Crowley. Stopping at the Mono Cone and Lee Vining, get something to drink. We're going by the park in Lee Vining. We're riding our bikes over to the visitor center for Mono Lake. We rode our bicycles in from Lee Vining. It's not too far, but you can see how close it is to Highway US 395. There's the visitor center up there on the hill. We have a really well-stocked bookstore, all kinds of field guides and maps that you might need. You can find them here. So the park ranger said that Mono Lake's only up about a foot or so, and it might be up another foot or so with the big snow melt coming. But that's good news because there's so many migratory birds that depend on this lake to make their journey to refuel.
This is the brine shrimp. This is what they actually look like in the water.
I have a really nice Tomogani wiki up from the natives here from the lake. An exhibit of showing the differences between the male and the female brine shrimp. Of course, these are not actual size, but they're still interesting. Look at those critters. I'm at the Mono Lake Visitor Center, and you can kind of see where we're at. There's Lee Vining right there, and that's the highway that goes to Hawthorne, Nevada, right there. And there's Lake Crowley, Convict Lake. We were hiking down in here in McGee Canyon. There's Mammoth Lakes right down there. Great 3D map. I have a display showing the different types of tuffas. The sand tuffa, ice age tuffa, the lithoid tuffa, petrified springs, showing how water enters Mono Lake. So it's a really nice afternoon. It's so beautiful, this overlook, and it shows all the different varieties of native flora. These red flowers here are native pentstemons, and there's all types of, and you can see the tuffas down here from this viewpoint. Look at the nice, beautiful view. That's the main highway there. Very nice, very clean facility, very informative. The ranger there, he said that this spring the lake's only up about a foot, and that we're anticipating about 2 feet for the water to come up. The salinity is about 10%. It's a really pleasurable, easy little path here that's paved, a nature walk. And look at how beautiful it is out here. Oh, there's some cliff swallow nests up there. Those are the mamas in there. See them looking at us over there on the visitor center. They have that little white patch. Here comes one in there. That riparian area from the creek that's emptying into the lake right there. See with the trees? That's nice.
Yes, it is.
Lush. And apparently those areas are really key to make sure there's not too much erosion. If there's no trees in a riparian area like that, what will happen around here is it'll cause deep erosion. It'll make like a canyon. So it needs to be fairly level, and you need those trees in there to slow the water down. So when the city of Los Angeles was taking too much water upstream, that killed the cottonwoods and other types of trees that live in the riparian areas of the creeks that run into, for instance, Mono Lake. Like I said before, when the trees died, there was no vegetation to stop the water, and so these creeks and streams that came into Mono Lake became like gullies, canyons, just deep canyons with no trees and nothing to stop the water, and they just got deeper and deeper. It was awful. And now they've really made an effort to restore those areas. You can see the trees in there, and so it slows the water down and keeps erosion to a good level. So we need to have a certain amount of water coming in from these creeks. It's important.